So what is the future of Pakistan? After 65 years, we're still waiting. Still waiting for clean drinking water. Still waiting for doctors to give out the right medicine. And when they do, still waiting for the right medicine to be effective to us. Still waiting for justice. Still waiting for not being scared of the police. Still waiting for not being deprived of basic necessities of life. Still being able to get to the right to education. And everything else you could think of. Worse than Africa right now. Worse than many other countries right now. That we don't even include in our league, and we call ourselves the better ones because we have the atomic bomb. And a few Olympic gold medals too. But how long do we have to wait for this? How many more leap years? How many hundreds of years? Maybe even 20 or 30 or even, let's say 40. And by the time the rest of the world would have gone to Mars. You're going to leave the world to us, for us to enjoy, for the Pakistanis to enjoy. Our politicians are going to clap and be like, we did this job for you. Now you have the whole world to yourselves. But by that time, everybody else has left the world. What difference does it make? 70 years in the making, I'm working hard, millions dead, everybody trying, being called terrorist nation for hundreds of years, thousands of allegations, nobody standing up against it, a stupid foreign policy that has killed our reputation in the world. The worst, most pathetic internal policies, the most corrupt country in the world. We are right now amongst the top five most corrupt countries in the world, and Pakistan is amongst them. And during these 5 years, congratulations to the democratic government, we have hooped it there. We were like 10th or 11th and then we stepped up. We were like, step up. This is not enough. We gotta be more corrupt. And where do we stand now? How many more years do we wait? How many more lives do we waste? Does it make a difference? Was it worth it? I don't know. They start comparing yourselves to America. It took them 300 years in the making. Well, they were showing results in the way. What do we have to show? Nothing. And the worst part, the most saddening part, is that we are a country that has all the institutions set up. Every department is in place. Just doesn't do the right job or their job at all at some departments. But they are right there. The judiciary is right there. Executives there. Everybody's there. They just gotta go on in their offices and do the right thing. But nobody wants to do it. I don't know what Socrates would have to say about us. What Aristotle would come up with a final statement for us. What would be our bottom line? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. No theories apply to us. That's why let's not work the conventional way anymore. Because it just doesn't work upon us. We are all corrupt. That's all what we are. We are corrupt. And now we are at a verge where literally we are looking into a bloody revolution. They have to come down. They want to start from scratch again. That hurts. Because we shouldn't have had to start from scratch. Because we have everything set up. All we had to do was do our right job, implement our skills in there. And we had the skills, but we didn't want to do all that. That hurts. That's saddening. That we had everything, we had the skills, we had the potential, just couldn't imply them. Was there a foreign hand involved? Yes, there was. Was it always involved? It was always involved. Was there more than one foreign hand involved? Always was. But then internal matters, they weren't interrupting our internal matters. We were the ones who were being used, and if we were being used, where was patriotism? Where were we thinking about our own nation? Weren't we thinking about our own children, our generations, our futures, our kids to come? What are we going to say to them? We lost the battle? That is so saddening. And these people, the media, could have done something about it. They had done so much that this last step would have become icing on the cake for them. But now, because they're not doing it, it's nothing. If Phelps runs 75 meters, fastest, but just doesn't do the last mile or lap, doesn't finish it, doesn't get no medal at all, not even bronze, nothing, because they did not finish it. But they toppled the place over. There's no dictatorship in the country. Judiciary is working freely, all right, partial thanks to the media. They've given awareness to the public, subjective again, but now they can't focus on one issue. Two issues to be considered here. Electric crisis power generation, and the education sector. You cannot work on them consistently for a year in a row. You have to worry about the rat races going on in the parliament and senate. You have to worry about what happens in Kabul. No, other anchors could take care of it. The world will not go away. You focus on your freaking issues, and you talk about the same issue every day, and you keep on going on and following the progress. Today, we talked about the sector of education. This is what's wrong with it. Now let's see when they start working on it. Keep following the ministers over it. Finally, oh, step 1 done. Now they're thinking about changing the syllabus. Oh, step 2 done. Now they're thinking about making more schools. Oh, step 3 done. Now they're thinking about the teachers getting more education and more training from more educated people from other parts of the world. Well, step 4 done. Now everybody's learning the same education level. Now step 5 done. Everybody is on the same level and there's no different mediums of education. Well, step 6 done. There's no English mediums or 7th mediums or, for God's sake, Urdu mediums. Now there's the same mediums that everybody's studying. Step 8 done. Now we have more colleges. Our kids are getting more education. SAT exams are in their reach. Now they can reach to more colleges in other parts of the world. From getting help from the Higher Education Commission. You don't have to be a billionaire to go study in America like I had to be. My father's freaking poor now. He's broke now because I've been studying in America for the past 5 years. They can't do that. Is that hard? They've gone on streets. They've told the whole nation how corrupt the dictator was, who they thought was their savior for almost a decade, and they made him look like into the worst enemy. And now, for example, as far as being the enemy of the state, and now he's out, he can't even step back in at the nation. They've done that. The judiciary was taken over, and they came out and suddenly told people everything about it, and people started liking it. They shaped the way people think. And now they can't do anything about the education sector? They made sure that rental power plants, something related to the energy sector, could not be important to the country because they thought there was a lot of corruption being involved in there. So they stopped doing that. I mean, they stopped the imports, which was a whole mafia involved in it, and they defeated everything. But now they can't make sure that their own country's electrical systems, their own power plants, their generation sectors start working again, which have been useless for so many years. Now they can't just follow up with the story and make sure that somebody goes and cleans up and make sure everything is in order, and then it starts working again and generating electricity for the country. I mean, did we for the past 55 or 60 years not have electricity in our country? We always had electricity crisis, generation shortage for the past 60 years since our creation. We always had 16 hours of electrical shortage or cuttage in our houses. No, we never did. We never did. We were so fine, and then we're coming to a nice nosedive. How are we on this nosedive? How did we stop from our elevation and then all started coming down suddenly? That was not possible. But it is now, and it has happened now. It's reality now. We are on a nosedive. Abdul Kalam Azad, what he said about the nation, it will collapse, and it's on the verge of collapsing. And what do we have to say in our news channels? Oh, this is a beautiful country, one of the best in the world. We have the most potential in the world. We can create the most educated and talented people in the world. That's where they come from. Pakistan, hub. We have electricity. That is, we have resources that could create electricity that could light up the whole world, and we will be lit up for the next 300 years. But bro, then use it. This is criminal. You come on TV, you tell us so many nice things about a country, and you're saying you won't use them, or you won't just, well, you get out of the show and then you never do anything about it. Well, where are these angles not following up? Why are these anchors not following up? Where are these news anchors? They're just concerned about their own show, their own ratings, their own TRP. That's all that matters. This is criminal to me. That is why I'm calling them being in a comfort zone. They are in their comfort zone. All they care about is their shows, about their TRPs, about their ratings. They make sure they have good guests who come in and say nice stuff about the country. We have the potential, we'll be able to do this, we're going to create this. Has it happened? Has it happened in the past 5 years? Have they been able to create even 1 megawatt of electricity? No sir, nothing, zero. What are these anchors doing? Not following up. Every year, an electricity minister comes up, gives a new statement and says by the end of the next year, we won't have electricity crisis, and the next year, the same day, we still have electricity crisis, been happening for at least 4 years in a row. What are these anchors doing? Isn't this something that they should be sued for? For lying on television? Aren't we eligible of suing them? Yes, we are. They're lying to us. That's why I'm saying they're in their comfort zone, not striving for excellence at all. They've done their job, now they have the Lexuses and that's it. Their BMWs, their Lexus, their kids can go out of the country whenever there's a problem. But I think that we could have done something about it, and these people would be held in the court of God on the day of judgment. I think so. Definitely think so. But just because I want to end it on a positive note, I still want to say it's not late. But if we start right now, on time, no more wasting time. Let's focus on our very core issues that are the most important to us. Start working on them, not making a mistake at all, not leaving room for improvement in there, doing everything correctly, perfectly right now at this stage. We still will be able to sustain in today's world. Otherwise, yes, our borders are very insecure. And trust me, because of the geographic condition and placement of Pakistan, well, the world looks upon us. And they're concerned, and they're very rightly concerned. When Pakistan is unstable, India is unstable, China is unstable, Iran's unstable, Afghanistan is unstable. Because of all that, America is unstable. And Pakistan, of course, is. Let's still work on these issues. They don't look impractical to me. I think we can still take care of it. I think we can still make our education sector one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world. I think we can still work on our electricity crisis, and within 4 or 5 years we can bring down the electricity crisis to a level where it's 24 hours uninterrupted electricity in the country, because yes, we have the potential and we have the resources. I'm saying, I already said so, that talking about the potential, our potential has hurt us. Talking about being positive and talking about, ooh, what's gonna happen next, and we have so much, we're gonna be the best, we're gonna do the best, we're gonna, top the world, has hurt us. But we could still focus on it and do better. But only if we start now. Be practical right now. Let's get on with the job. Let's do it. Let's get off with the conventional way. The conventional method has not worked for us. We have not been able to do anything as yet. Following the conventional way, the world moves on. It doesn't work for us. We're too different. I don't know what's wrong with us. Maybe we're abnormal. I'm calling my own people zombies. That makes me a zombie, that makes my parents a zombie, that makes my brothers a zombie, that makes my whole family, my friends, my relatives zombies. I'm ashamed of saying that. It's like cursing myself. But I am, because I think it's about time we do curse ourselves and go on the bottom row and then start from scratch. Let's not think of ourselves as champions. We are not champions. Let's think of ourselves as rookies. And then let's start from the bottom. Let's do it. The unconventional method. And then let's see if it's possible. Let's focus on our main issues now. Start working on them right now, uninterruptedly, straight up. That's it. Boom, let's do it. And I think we'll be able to do it. Let's start from here. Thank you.